Fieldhouse. My name's Todd, Harmon, alongside Braden, Moriarty. We'll be bringing you the action tonight on Somerville Educational Channel 15. Braden, coming into the night, of course, the Highlanders coming in with an 0-4 record to start the season. A tough matchup tonight is Notre Dame Academy, the Cougars from down in Hingham, coming in with a 4-1 record. They're not as large in terms of their height, so they don't have that height advantage, but they're a very good tactical team and run some great offensive sets.
Yeah, you know, Somerville's got their work cut out for them tonight. I mean, just watching from warm-ups, seeing how the girls have been shooting. Notre Dame has been stroking it, to say the least. So you're going to have to watch your defense. You're going to have to try to play some pesky defense like you've been playing all year long. It hasn't quite turned into wins yet, but, you know, if you keep that up and you get the ball to bounce a couple times your way, you never know what's going to happen for Somerville.
Absolutely. No question, the heart of the team, no question there is never any quit in the Highlanders basketball team, as Coach O'Halloran really does a great job keeping them focused every single game, doing the best they possibly can out there. So we'll see what happens tonight as Notre Dame, as I pointed out, comes up. Notre Dame Academy coming up from Hingham. They are the Cougars. Their record is 4-1, so a very, very good team. They run some great offensive sets, as Coach O'Halloran was telling me before the game, and he's hoping their defensive zone might have some effect against that. So we will have the starting lineups for you right now.
Somerville leads the way in assuring sporting events are safe and enthusiastic. Give honor and respect to student athletes, coaches, officials, families, and fans by appreciating outstanding plays by all teams and athletes, supporting decisions by coaches and officials, showing you are a role model on the court and in the stands, using only positive language and gestures, removing your hat and remain standing for the entire national anthem, entering and exiting the area safely. Not doing your part to ensure some of the athletic events are safe and positive may result in being told to leave or being banned from local sporting events. And now your starting lineup for Notre Dame. Senior guard number 2, Morgan Tedeschi. Senior guard number 4, Jenny Matheson. Freshman forward number 10, Olivia Batchelor. Senior forward number 31, Megan Lusinkas. And senior guard number 43, Kendra Delahunt, and they are coached by Mr. Michael Barrett. And now your starting lineup for your Somerville Highlanders. Senior guard number 2, Evelyn Ayla. Sophomore guard number 20, Jen Ramoni. Senior guard number 1, Loveline Lennis. Senior forward number 24, Brooke Metivier. Sophomore guard number 5, Melina Pimentel. And your Somerville Highlanders are coached by Mr. Paul O'Halloran. If we could please stand for the national anthem.
right, so we are almost ready for basketball action here on Somerville Educational Channel 15. As I was talking to Coach O'Halloran before the game, he was talking about the defensive strategy he was hoping to use. He's a little bit hesitant to go man to man against this Notre Dame team because they have such great offensive sets. They basically run a base package of plays that they know very, very well, backwards and forwards, as he explained it to me. And so they are going to come out apparently in a zone, but also try to apply a little bit of pressure coming out of that as well.
That sounds like a pretty good strategy, and it should work out because in the previous games that Somerville's played, they've been beaten a lot by penetration into the paint and other teams driving the lane on them. It'd be smart if they can collapse the zone around that and try to help each other out to play defense here. But it would be also helpful if they decided to, join the game.
Yeah, it might be helpful if they get out on the floor. Is Coach O'Halloran giving his final words over there on the bench, making sure his players are all set as they come out. So we look at the starters for the Lady Highlanders. We have Evelyn Ayala, along with Jen Cremoni out there, Love Linnaeus, Brooke Matevier, and then Melina Pimentel as well. As the tip is controlled by the Cougars of Notre Dame Academy. They will set their offense to start this contest.
Smaller starting five for Coach O'Halloran, which makes a little bit of sense considering that you're dealing with shooters here.
As that shot by Lashinskas was no good. However, the steal by Delahunt brings it down and scores.
Not the start that Somerville was looking for. They got to watch the turnovers if they're going to hang in this game with Notre Dame.
We mentioned the pressure earlier that Coach O'Halloran was hoping he could apply, but Notre Dame coming out with that three-quarter press got that turnover immediately. However, we have a stoppage of play here. Figure out what our official is working on there. I'm not totally sure.
Just a reset, looks like.
Yep, looks like a little reset there. So Somerville will inbound as Matevier brings it in to Evelyn.
I like the fact that Love's getting the start tonight. She's been playing very well off the bench, and Jennifer Cremoni has been early, I'd say the MVP, with one of the MVPs for Somerville.
As Notre Dame has settled into that zone as well. Pimentel drives inside the lane, fires up the one-handed runner. It's no good. Linnaeus comes away with the rebound, so reset the offense. Notre Dame very active with that zone as Pimentel up and under, puts it home for two off the glass.
That was pretty. Kind of like the old school layup, the behind the glass kind of thing. That was awesome.
There's a three-pointer back the other direction for Notre Dame is good as Matheson puts that in for three.
Both teams starting off hot.
Timeout, Somerville.
Time on the floor there as Coach O'Halloran is going to have a little talk about how to handle that pressure that they're seeing. It's basically a three-quarter, almost full court zone pressure that Notre Dame is bringing, and that seems to be confusing the Lady Highlanders a little bit right there. That's where I think Love Linnaeus has got to come in. Yep. Also Melina Pimentel, two of your better ball handlers, and they have to be able to get through, break that pressure, but also be ready to pass, and there needs to be a little help back there in the backcourt as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they switched Evelyn to being the inbounder. She seems to be a little hesitant getting the ball out once they inbound it to her, but you got to watch this replay and see Pimentel, after they work the ball around very, very well on the perimeter. Just check this drive out. This is awesome. Along the baseline. Ooh, that's pretty.
Very nice by Melina. Melina, I would put up there as one of the other very effective players so far this season for the Lady Highlanders.
Yes, absolutely. It's early still. Everybody, has looked good in parts and bad in others, but it's about consistency too. And overall, as a team, yeah. Oh, here we go.
Absolutely, as that pressure once again causing a disruption there for the Lady Highlanders. The Cougars able to knock the ball out of bounds, but it was off the Cougars, so Pimentel will be inbounding. So get the ball to Linnaeus. Linnaeus now looking to break that pressure. Looking for a little bit of help.
There you go.
She'll break it right through though. Notre Dame will settle into a man-to-man is what they've settled into now defensively. So pass goes off to Pimentel. Going inside to Cremoni, and we're going to get a 5-second call. Jen was in the paint a little too long there, so Score 5-2. The turnover goes back to the Cougars.
Yeah, you know, it's about fundamentals here, knowing where you are on the court early going. If you're going to hang with Notre Dame here, you got to make sure that you got the stuff that you need to have locked down.
As Lashinskas loses it out of bounds, but off of Notre Dame. So that's going to go back to the Lady Highlanders on the turnover. Nice job breaking the pressure there by the Lady Highlanders as they get it across mid-court. Effective passing and dribbling there.
Yeah, almost like a hook and ladder kind of a play.
Sets their offense now. As the Lady Cougars back into that zone. Ayala trying to shoot over it, but misses the three-pointer. Rebound is brought away by Della Hunt. Back the other direction quickly as Lashinskas goes up and makes the shot.
Notre Dame's number 2.
Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, that's Tedeschi. Makes the score 7-2 now as Pimentel fighting through the pressure. She gets called for the turnover, though. She stepped on the line. Lady Highlanders have to come back and help in terms of presenting themselves for passing whenever you're facing off against that zone. Dribbling through it is not going to work, as you've been able to see recently.
Yeah, quick, short passes will work the best through this. And, you know, almost don't dribble it. If you can move the ball by moving it through the air, do that.
As that shot is up and good.
James number 2, Morgan Tedeschi.
As Tedeschi gets her second basket of the day. Lady Highlanders breaking the pressure this time as Linnaeus has it ahead. She'll pull it back out.
Ooh, a double on Love.
Yep. Double team came down on Love, and they were able to get the change of possession on the possession arrow.
Nah.
Hate that rule.
You know how I feel about that possession arrow. Really should be banned.
Stupid rule.
Yeah, really dumb.
Oh, wait a minute.
Wait, we're coming back.
We're coming back.
Oh, hey, wait. You know what? I think I have a change of heart about the possession
I kind of like the rule myself.
Yeah, me too.
So Mativier will inbound.
Try to stay open-minded, Todd.
Got to do that. Got to do that. Can't close your mind down to everything. Pimentel makes a baseline drive, loses the ball though. Turned over by Della Hunt. Della Hunt back the other direction. She gets it back on the give and go. Thought about going up for it. Coach O'Halloran wanted the travel, didn't get it, but he does get the turnover.
That'll work.
So Pimentel will inbound. She's got Linnaeus and Ayala back to help.
Yeah, Somerville's really got to be looking to pass here. You can see that Notre Dame is working that. See?
Pimentel was passing to a location as opposed to a person there. And Della Hunt able to step in front of that one, going in and gets fouled as she went up for the shot. So she'll go to the line shooting 2.
Yeah, it's hard to look for where you're going to be passing the ball if you're looking at where you're dribbling. So, you know, you have to know where your teammates are out in the court. That was not a great pass.
Just saw head coach Michael Barrett there of the Lady Cougars. As Della Hunt's first free throw is up and it's good. That foul, by the way, went against Love Linnaeus. That's her first. This is the first one for the Lady Highlanders as well. Second one by Della Hunt is good. Makes it an 11-2 lead for the Cougars. As Mativier now is trapped short of midcourt, knocked out of bounds off of Notre Dame Academy. So Highlanders maintain possession. Coach O'Halloran, though, taking the timeout. I think he wants to work on breaking that press a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, as much as the Somerville team wants to get the ball down and start working their offensive sets, you got to get it past half court in order to do that. And if they're spending all their energy trying to figure out how to break that pressure, they're not going to get any quality possessions down at this end of the court, even if they get the ball down that far. So first things first, get the ball over half court, and then we can worry about scoring. But you got to do that first.
By the way, that gentleman you just saw, the member of Crack Somerville Security there, was Sal Mendoza. There's Sal right there. My football partner whenever we do the football games, and also the head baseball coach for the Highlander baseball team. He's looking for big things this year out of the Highlanders.
Oh, really?
Yep, on the baseball field. Sal was talking about how he's thinking they're going to make a playoff appearance this year.
Wow.
Yep. We'll see whether we're going to hold him to that, but we'll definitely see that one coming up in the spring.
Something to look forward to, for
Absolutely, no question about it. As Coach O'Halloran's got his message through to his young ladies. And they are back out as Ayala will inbound this time. Linnaeus off of a screen by Pimentel takes the ball. Pimentel gets it across mid-court, drives it down into the corner. It gets knocked away though. We'll see who it's off of. They're going to call it off of Notre Dame Academy, so the Highlanders maintain possession. They'll inbounds on the baseline.
I like the adjustment that Coach O'Halloran made there, having Pimentel bring the ball up the court. She's really the strongest ball handler so far for the Lady Highlanders this season, so hopefully they can continue to do that. Didn't have a problem breaking the pressure there.
So now Cremone has it. She'll drive down the right-hand side. Got a foul on the play, though. Foul is going to be called against Notre Dame Academy.
Fouls on Notre Dame's number 4.
Push off away from the ball as Matheson gets called for that one. That's her first personal foul. As Matevier and Pimentel come out of the game for the Lady Highlanders. Checking in is Kylie Johnson, as well as Tamika Michael.
Oh.
As Linnaeus loses that one. Back the other direction is Notre Dame Academy.
Oh,
good
nice
block there by Love.
Love hustling back on defense. She lost the ball down here on the offensive end. Didn't give up the play, though. Came back and forced the ball out of bounds.
As that one is put up and in for the Cougars. As Delahunt once again with another basket. That was the player that Coach O'Halloran pointed out as the player to watch the most.
Which one was that again?
Delahunt.
Delahunt,
Number 43 there. He's got 6 points on the game so far.
Wow.
As the Lady Highlanders able to break the pressure, try to get it down to Tamika down in the low post. But she is defended well there. Ball comes off of her leg, out of bounds.
We're going to be opportunistic on the passing side of things, but you really can't try to bite off too much with these big passes, especially with a team that's as fundamentally sound as Notre Dame.
And they show the fundamentals there as they're able to break the pressure by the Highlanders and get the putback as that one is put home by Olivia Patula. The Lady Highlanders trying to break that pressure. Cremona gets it off to Ayala. She gets it through the mid-court stripe. They'll set their offense. She looks to Linnaeus at the top of the key. Over to Johnson. Johnson with the three-pointer. It's no good.
That was a good look, and it just went in and out.
The rebound comes down to Notre Dame Academy.
Oh.
And they had two players down ahead of the play, so they were able to get it down court. Missed the first bunny, but made the second.
Yeah, it's all about positioning when you get back on this end of the ball, so especially defensively. And everyone's having some struggles down there getting the ball started from the offensive sets.
Somerville really struggling with that pressure as they turn it over again. Cremone there looking for the steal, and she was able to force the turnover.
We got some reserves coming in here.
Coming into the game, Emily Sabatino for the Lady Highlanders, and also Kiara Correa. And Correa with the ball, she gets it across midcourt, passes it up. Got away with an over and back there as Ayala had not established position on the correct side of the floor, but they got away with it. Tamika's put back in, no good though. As Delahunt, a nice strong move towards the basket, she'll go to the line shooting two.
Yeah, what she lacks in height, she more makes up for in positioning. She knows where to be down there in defensive, and she has a couple of rebounds, I think, so far. She's getting some really good second chance opportunities and taking advantage of them.
Notre Dame's number 43, Kendra Delahunt.
Delahunt at the line. The foul, by the way, went against Somerville's Kiara Correa. Correa with her first personal foul. It's the second team foul for the Lady Highlanders as Delahunt makes her first.
Yeah, Tamika had a very nice rebound down here and tried to put the ball back up. She just has to go back up stronger with that. But nice to see her that she's able to rebound.
Delahunt makes her second as well. 19-2 is now the Cougars' lead. As Correa will inbounds for the Lady Highlanders, still trying to fight through this pressure. So pass goes back to Correa. They try a little give and go action there to get past the zone, but can't quite do it. As Delahunt drives in, actually, I'm sorry, not Delahunt. That was Maggie Stillman, drove in, lost control of the ball, knocked out of bounds. Back to the Lady Highlanders.
Yeah, Evelyn, was able to get back on defense and disrupt that play. So she turned the ball over and was lucky enough smart enough to get back to help break up that possession. So
really good job.
Yeah.
Really good job breaking the pressure as well for the Lady Highlanders there. However, unfortunately not able to maintain control in their half-court offense, so the Lady Cougars back the other direction with the 17-point lead. The baby hook, no good. Rebound comes back to the Lady Cougars. They get it back down to the low post. Shot was no good again, but another offensive board. They get the pass to the cutter, but the shot was no good. Then Lady Highlanders able to chase that one down, and Sabatino got it.
Yeah, she was able to run that one down. She had to beat out 2 Notre Dame players for that ball, and she got it and was fouled.
Number 10.
There's Sabatino with that hustle. She goes down to get the ball. Immediately fouled there by the Lady Cougars. That foul went against number 10, Olivia Pachla.
And the only way Somerville's going to be able to get back in this game is if they don't get too discouraged by the trouble that they've been having with this press. Oh, nice.
As they looked ahead, a good save there by Sabatino. So Michelle's shot no good. And we have a jump ball situation. The possession arrow will unfortunately go to the Lady Cougars. What a stupid rule.
Just the dumbest rule.
Dumbest rule ever. I'm trying to keep my mind open, but
is there any
really
reason
stupid.
in ladies high school basketball? Really? Seriously? The possession arrow. It's antiquated.
It's a dinosaur. Lady Cougars now back the other direction, setting their offense. Good defense there by Evelyn, and she almost stole that one away.
Yeah, you can see Evelyn's getting frustrated because she's hasn't quite figured out how they're going to break this defensive pressure, but she's keeping it up on the defensive end. Oh, wow.
Nice ball movement there by the Lady Cougars. However, could not finish as the Lady Highlanders come away with the rebound. Evelyn out ahead. She drives it up 4. Loses control of the dribble there, though, and out of bounds. It will go to the Lady Cougars. .4 seconds remaining here in the first quarter of play, as Gabby Vieira has checked into the game.
Oh.
And the last second shot is up for the three-pointer. It's no good, short though.
After one.
And so after one quarter of play, Somerville trailing by 17 points, 19-2. And it all comes down to pressure right there in the first quarter, Braden, as the Lady Highlanders had no idea what to do in terms of breaking the Lady Cougars' pressure.
And I'd like to give them some advice, but I really don't know how to break that either. That's an excellent scheme defense. That looks really hard to break, and I honestly have no suggestion as to how they could possibly find a way to break it. It's really a testament to just some excellent coaching. And the only way I think that Somerville is going to be able to get back into this is if they just have to keep pushing the ball up as much as they can and taking care of the ball. And don't look for the big long passes because we've pretty much proven that those haven't worked.
Yeah.
So Pimentel bringing up the ball seems to be working a little bit better. Evelyn seems like she's starting to get her footing and is trying to figure it out a little bit more. We'll see if they can make some adjustments here in the second quarter.
No doubt about that, as it's as you pointed out, the long passing will not work with the zone out there. You can't just dribble straight through it. Mm-hmm. They've got to use short, effective passes. So we see Jeff Argenziano, one of our.
It's a handsome fellow, right?
That is a handsome fellow. Covers the boys basketball team as well as getting B-roll for Somerville Educational Channel 15. So he's everywhere. He is the man on the spot everywhere. He's also our man on the sidelines when it comes to football. So everywhere you look, it seems like Jeff Argenziano is there.
And I've enjoyed, in your absence, I haven't enjoyed your absence. But
most people do, though.
Right. But Jeff has subbed for you a couple of times, and it's been great. But it's always better when you're here.
Why, thank you. I appreciate that, Braden, and I'm sure you say the same to him when he's here.
Yeah, that's exactly true. That's exactly right.
No doubt about it. As the entry pass looking to Evelyn down on the right block, losing control there as Melanson tried to get that one into her. So So we reset really quickly. The Lady Highlanders on the floor right now. We've got Evelyn Ayala as well as Gabby Vieira. Miranda Melanson's out there, Tamika Michelle, and also Kylie Johnson. As Johnson was in defensive position there and caused the travel.
Gotta like that. She got a little too opportunistic and a little too optimistic about getting that ball up. Hustled it up, and the defense closing down on her, forced to travel.
As Lady Highlanders trying to break the pressure. Gotta move in against this zone. You gotta pass with the short passes. There's one right across. Very well done breaking the zone there.
Oh.
Very quickly though, the turnover. And out of bounds off of the Lady Highlanders is the call there. As Maggie Stillman was able to get the steal down on the offensive side for the Lady Highlanders. So the Cougars work their offense as they get it down to the right block. And Mary Kinney puts that one up and in.
Mary Kinney.
Some excellent passing and positioning on the offense. I can see what you're saying about the offensive sets, and Coach Halloran was right about that. They are very, very crisp.
As Johnson tries the three-pointer, that one is no good. Rebound pulled away by Delahunt, and she is out ahead of the pack, 3-on-1. As she makes a very nice bounce pass across to Olivia Patchula, and Patchula puts that one home.
Yeah, getting back on defense has got to be a priority for the Highlanders at this point. As much as, you know, it can be frustrating down here in the offensive end to turn the ball over, you still have to get back on defense.
As Tamika's jumper is no good. Lady Cougars come away with it. As they work it around, Delahunt feeds it off. And knifing down the left-hand side of the lane, but missing the layup was Patchula.
Nice rebound by Melanson. She stuck with defense there, and as Evelyn brings it up here.
Evelyn pulling it back out there to set up the offense. Johnson gets it down to Melanson, back out to Johnson. As Evelyn will take the three-pointer, and that one hits nothing but the bottom of the net.
Number 2, Evelyn Ayala for 3.
Hey, that might work for you if you can get some perimeter shooting going. It might help break the pressure a little bit. Notre Dame won't be able to get back into their defensive sets and sit back on it.
Notre Dame breaking through the textbook way to break through the zone that they're being presented with by the Lady Highlanders. Get the pass to the foul line, then get the pass down to the right or the left block. In that case, it was the right block, and waiting for it there was number 11, Mary Kinney. She's at the line now shooting 2.
Yeah, it's really a classic style of passing, and it's really working to perfection here with Notre Dame. They know exactly where they need to be and where they need to look to get the passes to. And it's really tough for the Highlanders to deal with it right now.
It's wholesale changes there for Coach O'Halloran as Love Linnaeus comes out into the game along with Melina Pimentel, also Jen Cremoni on the floor. As Linnaeus driving down the right-hand side, she'll get fouled there. Also, Emily O'Regan out on the floor for the Lady Highlanders, joining Gabby Vieira.
Yeah, a lot of speed on the court right now for the Highlanders, and hey, that might be another way to break the pressure. If you can get an edge and get up the court on these guys, it might force the foul like Love did right there.
As Love's first free throw is in and out, no good.
Yeah, it would help to make the free throws, though.
She did everything except put it through the basket on that one. It seemed to touch every single portion of the rim.
Yeah.
Second shot by Linnaeus is up, and that one is good.
Symbols number 1, left the line, Linnaeus.
The Lady Highlanders dropping back into their zone. Got to watch out for that. Got to get out on the shooter a little bit more quickly than that, as Lexi Noyce able to put that one home.
Yeah, no hesitation from Notre Dame there. As soon as they got the ball into the shooter's hand, she just popped it and locked it.
The pass from O'Regan to Pimentel is out of bounds. A little miscommunication there. .450 remaining in the first half of play. Lady Highlanders trailing by 20, 26-6. As the Lady Cougars looking for a cutter there, they kick it back out for the three-pointer, which is no good, as Noyce missed that one. Rebound, though, comes out of bounds off of Somerville. As Gabby Vieira takes a seat, Brooke Matevier into the game. And foul line jumper there is good by Janie Matheson.
Janie Matheson.
Cremone with the ball inside, had used up her dribble, kicked it out to Matevier, back to Cremone on the right block, where she is fouled down there on the low post.
Yeah, you can see that the Highlanders are a little vexed by the pressure, and once they actually get the ball down here,
Fouls on Notre Dame's number 2, Morgan.
they have to start thinking about looking for their shot and figuring out what they're going to do. They seem almost satisfied to actually get down the ball, get the ball down to the offensive end without a turnover, but then you got to actually put it in the basket.
Matevier thought about it, instead pulled it back out. Pimentel's attempted pass to Linnaeus is knocked away. Very nice break there as they were able to get the shot up, but they missed it. As Caleb Robertson missed that one, and back the other direction, Melina Pimentel puts that one home.
Number 5, Melina Pimentel.
Foul line jumper good for the Cougars as Mary Costantino put that one in.
Cremone calls out a play, works it over to Love.
So Regan feeds it over to Cremone. Cremone looking to drive. Instead, she'll try to pass it to the inside. Pass is knocked away, though. Stolen by the Lady Cougars. So they will get it out ahead. Shot is no good, though. Matevier fighting for the rebound, and it's going to go out on the Lady Cougars. So the Lady Highlanders will have the ball when we are back from this timeout, as the Lady Highlanders trail right now 30-8. We've seen the Lady Cougars pull the pressure back a little bit. And like you pointed out, it seemed that confused the Lady Highlanders a little bit more because they were very happy to get across home midcourt and then didn't know exactly what to do with their half-court set.
Right, and if you're able to apply pressure at any point, like Notre Dame's been able to do, it really throws off the tempo and the timing of the opposition. And the Highlanders, at this point, don't know when that's going to come back, and that's obviously got to be in the back of their heads because they haven't quite figured it out yet. But what they have been able to do is disrupt some shots and grab some rebounds down on the defensive end. So if they can focus on that, and also on the offensive end, just making sure that their passes are a little crisper, and Notre Dame is really good at jumping into the passing lanes and really good at making sure on the offensive end that they're in the right spot for their passes, because they're just catching the balls and shooting them. They're not even thinking about it. Whereas you can see Somerville's kind of overthinking things right now because they're still vexed by the defense of Notre Dame.
No doubt about that. Notre Dame showing that baseline tactical knowledge that they're very smart players. That's Coach O'Halloran said that to me in the maybe 3 minutes that we spoke before the game. He reiterated how smart the players of Notre Dame were a good 4 or 5 times, and you can certainly see that not only how they're defending, because they defend very, very well and effectively, but also how they play their offensive sets as well.
It's impressive and actually kind of a little scary how good they are.
Cremone's underhanded runner is no good as she tries to save it from going out of bounds. It bounces off the backboard, so it will be the Cougars' ball. 3 minutes left here in the first half. Lady Highlanders trailing 30-8. Notre Dame now working their offense, driving down the left-hand side of the lane. The shot is up and no good for Robertson. Lady Cougars will reset their offense as Robertson was able to get her own rebound. Trying to feed it off to Robertson, but stolen away by the Lady Highlanders. As Linnaeus now will set the offense for Somerville. Pimentel gets it down to Cremone. Cremone back out to Matevier as Matevier will drive into the paint, look up for the shot. It bounces around, no good.
Yeah, Brooks got to look for her shot a little bit more. She's been a little hesitant to shoot it when she's gotten the ball. And being one of the better shooters for Somerville, they really could use her right about now. There we go.
Matevier gets a hand in there trying to steal the ball. Couldn't quite get it away, but did cause her to use up her dribble. As they've switched to the man-to-man now, have the Highlanders. And Mary Constantino just steps right back and hits that 10-foot jumper.
I like the switch to man-to-man, tell you the truth. The zone really wasn't working for them, and if they're able to get a hand up and disrupt their shots, it really feels like Notre Dame makes their hay via their passing. And if their shooting's a little bit suspect, that's how you're going to get back into this game. Yep. Rebounding and forcing bad shots.
No doubt about that, as Correa coming back into the game, as well as Sabatino. As Pimentel will take a seat along with O'Regan. Cremone inbounding. She gets the ball back immediately, feeds it off to Linnaeus, running the point. Correa tries the shot, gets blocked away, and that is out of bounds off of the Cougars. Only 2 seconds on the shot clock, though, for the Lady Highlanders. They have to be aware of that as they're inbounding underneath the basket.
It's going to be interesting to see if they look for something close to the hoop or if they're going to go for a perimeter shot.
Oh. Get it out to Sabatino.
Neither one, apparently.
That is a shot clock violation there. That's the call right now, it's a shot clock violation.
Yep.
And that's what the call will remain. Minute 22 left in the first half of play. The Cougars working their offense. Highlanders have switched to the man-to-man. That seems to be a little bit more effective for them, though.
Yeah.
As Mativier able to get the rebound. Did a good job holding on to the ball there as well. She was able to get the offense moving the other direction.
One thing I have noticed that Notre Dame does exceptionally well is communicate on the court. You can hear them calling out plays to each other, talking. That really is helpful. You hear that all the time from everybody, but it really makes a big difference to know where your teammates are.
Linnaeus' three-pointer was no good. They got it back to Love. It was knocked out of her hands, though. So with 5 seconds on the shot clock, the Lady Highlanders will be inbounding. Cremone has to be aware of the shot clock as she gets it off to Mativier. Mativier's shot is up, it is no good. And that will be a shot clock violation, I believe, since it didn't hit the rim. I was just waiting for one of the officials to blow the whistle.
Yeah, you know, it kind of has to hit a rim. It barely hit the backboard.
And we have the little exception, we have the little
powwow. Yeah. Yeah. There's discussion going on behind us.
So we have a shot clock violation.
Yes.
That is the call.
And they're correct. Has to hit the rim.
Apparently, the gentleman in stripes was the only one in the building who did not know it was a shot clock violation. Shot clock is off now with 20 seconds left in the half as Notre Dame Academy working their offense. Skip pass over to the left corner. As Matheson passes up on the shot, feeds it back out to the point. Looking for the last shot here. As Matheson will drive against Linnaeus.
Nice
Gets
block
it knocked
by
away by Mativier. Great help defense there by Mativier. She came over and blocked that baseline drive. But unfortunately, Lady Highlanders trailing here at the end of the first half by the score of 32-8. We will be back for the second half of action in just a little while. You are watching Somerville Highlander Girls Basketball on Somerville Educational Channel 15. We are back ready for some second half action as the Lady Highlanders trailing the Lady Cougars of Notre Dame Academy in Hingham by the score of 32-8, opening out the second half of play here. Going over the scoring very quickly as the leading scorer for the Lady Cougars would be Kendra Della Hunt with 8 points. Morgan Tedeschi has 6. Janie Matheson with 5. Olivia Patchla with 4, as well as Mary Constantine with 4. Mary Kinney has 3 points, and Lexi Noyce with 2 points. On the Somerville side of the ledger, 8 points for the Lady Highlanders in the first half. 4 coming from Melina Pimentel, 2 in the first and 2 in the second quarters. Love Linnaeus with a free throw, adding 1, and Evelyn Ayala with 3 points as she hit a three-pointer there in the second quarter. Waiting for the Lady Highlanders to come out now.
Coach O'Halloran, I'm sure, is trying to squeeze every last second into trying to figure out how to turn this into a game in the second half.
Yeah.
Notre Dame's come out, and like you said, very balanced attack. You can see it through the scoring. Nobody's running away with the scoring. It's obviously a complete team effort, and the passing has been incredible. The defense has been incredible. And apparently there's another trouble problem with my mic again.
No,
Yeah.
it's just not on.
It's just not on. Well, it fell down.
What's that?
There we go. Little technical difficulties, glitches here that we will work out. Here we go.
Thank you.
And there are the Lady Highlanders as they come out to the floor for the second half of play.
Cool. Thank you.
Coach O'Halloran, no doubt going over, as you were saying, going over to the very last bit they possibly could, all the things they need to be ready for here in the second half of play. Just a sound, fundamental team.
Yeah.
Is what the Lady Cougars are.
And it's been crazily impressive, really, just how well they've come out. It's been one of the tougher matchups for the Somerville Highlanders I've seen so far this year.
As we'll reset the players on the court right now, as Emily Sabatino is out for the Lady Highlanders, also Kiara Correa, Jen Cremone, Brooke Matevier, and Love Linnaeus. As they came out this time in a zone, the backside rebound, though, was there for Megan Lashinskis. Back the other direction now.
Oop. Nice recovery there by Cremone.
Yeah, really good recovery there. As they try to get it into Cremone. Kind of a 50-50 ball thrown in there by Love, and the Cougars able to get their hands on it. We do have a jump ball, though, and with one of the greatest rules in basketball history, the Lady Highlanders maintain possession.
Absolutely. There's really no questioning the fact that the possession arrow adds so much to the game.
As this one's going to go out of bounds off of the Lady Cougars. So Somerville maintaining possession. Cremone looking to inbound underneath her own basket, gets it to Love Linnaeus. Linnaeus with the shot is up and good.
Nice, good look. Straight to Love, and Love immediately put it up. That's one way Somerville can get back into this game, is just mimic what Notre Dame is doing.
Quick shots and good defense, which we just saw there as they come away with the steal. Sabatino bringing it up floor. Knocked out of bounds off of Sabatino, unfortunately, so turnover there to the Cougars.
Yeah, had something good going there at the start. Just dribbled it off her foot. That's all right.
Della Hunt now bringing it up floor for the Lady Cougars. They kick it back out to Della Hunt on the right wing. Feeds it back to the top of the key as they work their offense. You can just see very crisp with their offense. So they had a back door wide open there, couldn't quite cash it in, but they feed it back outside, and Morgan Tedeschi puts that one in.
Yeah, you can see that Somerville with nice lead up by Love.
Love has come out looking to shoot. She's made one of her buckets so far here in the second half. Missed that one, unfortunately, but a good look.
Yeah, you can see that Somerville's trying to recommit to the passing and also to the defense. Their commitment down here on this end is just not to get too frustrated by Notre Dame's style of play.
So that shot was missed by Lashinskis, but turned right back over to the Cougars as Della Hunt will set the offense now. They work it around. Matheson feeds it down low. And that basket is good by Morgan Tedeschi. She will go to the line as well, looking to make the old school three-point play.
Yeah. Excellent positioning and pacing by Notre Dame there. They knew exactly where they were going to go with that ball about 2 passes before it actually got there.
Foul goes against Correa. That's her second of the game. The first foul for the Lady Highlanders here in the second half as Tedeschi makes the second shot, or I should say the first shot, to complete the three-point play. Although it was her second shot because you made a field goal to lead to the free throw.
I got you. No, I'm picking up what you're putting down, and I completely agree.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.
Welcome. I'm here to help.
I get lost in a verbal maze. I can always look to you for a flair.
You really can't, though. It's really not a good idea because you're going to get lost in the woods doing that.
The Highlanders setting their offense now. Evelyn off the screen. Picked up her dribble a little bit too early, I think there.
Yeah.
Could have penetrated a little further. Evelyn will take the three-pointer. It's no good. It's Correa fighting for the rebound down low.
There you go.
Cremoni comes away with it. Back to Correa. Matevier has her hands up, wants to take the shot.
Look.
Nice weak side, though. Great weak side look as Sabatino made a beautiful cut to the basket, and they found it.
Yeah, that's your bread and butter right there. If you can make that work for you. That was an excellent look by everybody all the way around.
So the foul is called. Back the other direction now.
Fouls on Somerville's number 31.
Against Sabatino.
Sabatino.
That's our first of the contest, the second against the Lady Highlanders here in the second half. The inbounds comes to Delahunt. Defended well there, though, by Evelyn. She misses the layup there as the pass goes out to Matevier. Evelyn gets it back to Matevier as Matevier tries the baseline drive. Gets blocked up there, but is able to get it off of Delahunt out of bounds, so Somerville maintains possession.
Yeah, one of the bright spots for Somerville so far is the rebounding and also the tenacious defense that you've been seeing from Jennifer Cremoni. Hopefully they can keep that up as they turn the ball over here.
Yeah, the inbounds pass a little too much mustard on it there, and Evelyn couldn't quite hold on to it. Lost it out of bounds. 4:30 remains in the third quarter of play. 39-12 is the score. So the Lady Highlanders trailing in this one.
Oh, nice.
Sabatino trying to pick that one. Couldn't quite get it out, though. Applying that pressure, though, is Delahunt, defended by Evelyn. Feeds it down low. And the weak side rebound is made by Lashinskis, and she is fouled as she goes up for it.
Really good hands on D for most of that possession there by Somerville. Almost got the ball going the other direction a few times, and it definitely disrupted what Notre Dame was trying to do with the shots, but got a little too exuberant down there with the hands, and 31's at the line.
Lashinskis, yep.
Lashinskis
was their first shot, is up, bounces around, and bounces home. So Melina Pimentel will check into the game. As Correa takes a seat on the bench. Second free throw by Lashinskis, no good. As Cremoni gets the long rebound. Somerville back the other direction now, setting their offense. Got to be looking for Pimentel out there on this one, I think.
Yeah.
So they work it over to Matevier. Matevier from the right corner. The shot is no good. Pimentel tried to reach and pull away the rebound, but Delahunt comes away with it. She comes all the way. A great pass. Really good looks there as they passed up the pseudo-open shot to get it over to Tedeschi, and Tedeschi had the wide open shot that she put home.
Yeah, always look for the sure thing if you can get it.
So that shot is no good.
On the line.
On the line, though. Jenny Matheson called for that. Good job defensively by Matevier, putting a little pressure on to get that turnover. And she will go take a seat on the bench coming into the game.
Yeah, again, another one of those bright spots for the Highlanders is the fact that they aren't in too much foul trouble so far, which is good considering that's been a problem for them in previous games. And they're not too down on themselves, and they're keeping up the D.
The shot is put up by Evelyn. That is no good. They fight for the rebound. Kylie Johnson tried to come away with it.
There we
Feeds
go.
it off to Evelyn. Evelyn with the jumper. It's good.
Number 2, Evelyn Ayla.
Keep shooting, Evelyn!
You can see the fans very happy.
Yeah.
Want Evelyn to keep putting that ball up.
Yeah, you get the feeling like Evelyn and Brooke are both volume shooters. The more chances they get, the more practice they get, they're going to get closer and closer to getting those shots to start falling.
Some Cougars working it around the horn, then Delahunt drives to the hole down the left-hand side and puts it home. 44-14 now the score, 30-point lead for the Cougars. So skip pass goes over to the corner to Johnson. She saves it from going out of bounds.
So
feeds it back to Evelyn.
Yeah, a little too much standing around right now on offense. Everybody's kind of waiting for the ball to come to them. You got to start moving and try to break up this defense by Notre Dame.
Yeah, Cremone down on the left block. Losing the size battle down there, unfortunately. Had good positioning, but immediate double team down on the left block due to that zone that they're using, and nowhere to go on that. So Cremone loses it out of bounds, but it was off of Notre Dame. So
Balls on
Somerville
Notre Dame's
maintains
number
possession.
43, Kendra Delahunt.
Yeah, Notre Dame's got some length coming off their bench. Not with their starters, but they do have some taller players that they bring off the bench. Wow.
Somerville loses that one. Way ahead of the game there's Marissa Gallardo, and she puts in the layup for 2.
Gallardo.
Yeah, beautiful outlet pass. She knew exactly what time she needed to leak out and rebound straight out. It's a beautiful play.
Kylie Johnson with the baseline drive. Her shot is up. It is no good. We have a timeout on the floor as head coach Michael Barrett will take the timeout for the Cougars. Minute 56 remaining in the third quarter of play. Somerville trailing by 32, 46-14. And basically, you know, they started off with the pressure that Notre Dame was applying, and Somerville really struggled with that throughout the entire first quarter, into the second quarter as well. Here in the third quarter, not as much pressure being applied by Notre Dame, and also Somerville switching around to a man-to-man as well as using the zone. So changing the defense a little bit has slowed Notre Dame scoring-wise down.
Yeah, it definitely has. But you know, with all the trouble that it was causing Somerville with the pressure that Notre Dame was applying in the first quarter, it did allow Notre Dame to focus a little bit more on their offense. Now they can kind of kick back with a big lead and play a little bit of defense without being ball hawks, and kind of look for their shots for some more. And it's a really sound strategy, and it's been executed to a T by the Lady Cougars here.
We saw a couple of the Somerville Highlander boys there as they're taking in the girls' action here tonight. I believe Craig Thompson Jr. may have been pictured on screen there for a moment. A very good player, MVP of the Winter Holiday Hoop Fest here this past week here at the field house.
Yeah, boys had a very good showing in that tournament. Played very well as the hosts.
Yep, boys coming away with the victory at the end of that tournament.
Yeah, it's always fun to win the tournament you're hosting. Oh, nice D.
Very good help defense there as Tamika Michelle helped out. We have a shot clock violation.
Yeah, you gotta think that that's rare for Notre Dame not to get up a shot. They really look for their shots early in the shot clock by passing it around. That was really good D by Tamika and everybody else involved.
Excellent job defensively by Somerville, and that's one thing that I really respect and have always enjoyed about the Lady Highlanders in games where they are behind and where, you know, not necessarily, you know, a lot going on for them. They never lose that edge, they never lose that heart. They're always playing until the very final buzzer, and we saw some of that on the defensive end from them.
Yeah, it's a testament to Coach O'Halloran, really to show that his girls have a lot of heart out there and don't quit.
Yep.
Even, you know, it'd be easy to roll over against this team being down by, what are we, 32 points?
Yeah,
but
32.
The fact that they're still battling, you know, shows a lot.
The battle there is the shot. The runner down the right-hand side of the lane was no good. Rebound, though, off of the Lady Highlanders, so the Cougars will inbounds underneath their basket.
Oh, nice defense.
Very nice steal there by Melina Pimentel. Unfortunately, could not corral the ball and lost it back to the Cougars, so they're back the other direction. So they feed the low post, kicking it back out to the right wing.
Come on, guys.
Caleb Robertson with the ball there. Looking to pass inside to Mary Kinney, but the pass knocked away. 7 seconds on the shot clock, 27.7 remaining in the quarter.
All of a sudden, we've seen the momentum switch over to Somerville with a little bit of the defensive fire. It's starting to cause some trouble for Notre Dame.
Good inbounds there, but could not quite finish as the shot was challenged. Pimentel now, speaking of challenging, she's taking on four different Cougars there, and could not put it home.
Yeah, I went in there amongst the trees and tried to throw up a shot and hope for a foul. Refs weren't buying it.
Yeah, trying to either draw the foul or just go one on four. Can't win that way though.
No.
As Evelyn trying to pick the pocket there, did get hold of it, but Cougars maintained possession of it. And that will do it here at the end of the third quarter of play. So after 3 quarters of play, Somerville trailing the Cougars of Notre Dame Academy in Hingham by the score of 46-14, a 32-point lead for the Cougars here. But the Highlanders doing some very good things there in the third quarter. We see that defensive intensity and that tenacity, as well as there's Pimentel's earlier up and under move that we saw in the first quarter. There's Evelyn's three-pointer as well from the first quarter, and there's Pimentel back the other direction with that great finish.
And even Love looking for her shot, which you gotta like that they're getting her involved in the offense.
Great backdoor look there as Sabatino was able to put that one in. And then Evelyn again with the shot. She puts the jumper home. So some good positives to pull from this game so far for the Lady Highlanders. And also got to pull a good positive from their defensive pressure and their intensity that they're showing out there right now. Trailing by 32 points, it'd be easy to fold the tent and just say, oh, well, who cares? Not double team, not get out on double teams, not jump out and jump out on screens and try to help out in those situations. We're definitely seeing, though, the Somerville ladies out there continue to work hard and continue to do what they need to do defensively.
Hey, you can learn something from every possession that you have on the court during a game, and you can see that Somerville's doing that. They're staying out there, trying different things, seeing what can work, and hey, it'll pay off later on in the season.
No doubt about that. As the Cougars working their offense, nice ball movement as they had a look at an open shot, but a great block there by Somerville. And Tamika trying to tie her out there in the right corner. Couldn't quite do it though. They continue to move around, and we get the travel there as Marissa Gallardo gets called for the travel. That was all about the defensive intensity right there. They forced that turnover.
Yeah, that was really well done. Notre Dame was trying to look to get the ball inside, and they couldn't. They kept collapsing down on the passing lanes, and Notre Dame knew not to throw it in, but that eventually cost them with the traveling. And actually, number one traveled a few times.
Yes.
But they finally got her on one, yeah. That's fine, as long as they get her on one.
Yeah, they'll get it on it eventually. It's Gabby Vieira with the ball now, feeds it inside. Kylie Johnson. Johnson fouled there at the foul line.
Fouls on Notre Dame's number 13, Caleb Bredesen.
So that goes against Robertson. That's her first foul, the second team foul for Notre Dame here in the second half. As Vieira gets it at the foul line on the inbounds. Shot, though, is blocked. Allie Smith gets a hand in there.
One thing I'd like Somerville to look at doing is not immediately think about putting the ball down on the floor, just taking it and shooting it. Here we go.
Nice steal there by Pimentel. Just couldn't quite control it. I think she was looking ahead. I was watching her eyes as she was coming right in front of us. She was looking ahead, trying to figure out exactly how she was going to finish, looking at the defense possibilities ahead of her, and just lost it off of her leg and foot.
Yeah, started considering the possibilities and didn't close out on the stuff that she needed to focus on. But hey, your eyes get big when you see a straight shot to the hole like that.
No doubt about that. It's the Cougars now with the drive and the dish down to the left block. Good defense there by Tamika. But the kick out is to Robertson, and Robertson puts the shot home. Good passing there once again that we're seeing from the Lady Cougars of Notre Dame.
Yeah, they dump it into the key. Excellent with a nice high arcing pass. Ooh.
Pimentel with the three-pointer. It's no good. Gabby Vieira looking for the rebound.
And then when they
knocked it out of bounds off of Mary Constantino, though, of the Cougars.
When they couldn't find what they wanted down low, they knew how to kick it out and open to the open shot, and they knocked it down. Yeah.
Tamika with the turnaround jumper, it's no good. And the Cougars come away with the rebound. 6 minutes left in the game.
like to see Somerville follow up on their shots a little bit more. Tamika had a pretty good angle on that ball, but didn't commit to it.
The pass goes inside to the cutter. Turning shot is no good. Tamika with the rebound down low. Gets it out to Pimentel. Pimentel pushing it forward. Kylie Johnson with the ball. Back over to Pimentel. Pimentel now on the left wing. Over to Vieira. There's Pimentel looking to get it down to Tamika down in the low block. Tamika with the ball. She gets tied up down there though, so on the alternating possession, possession stays with the Lady Highlanders.
Just a tremendous ruling by the possession arrow there. Really can't find fault with it.
It's Linnaeus with the shot. The three-pointer is no good.
Hey.
Rebound comes out to Johnson. Johnson with the shot. It's good.
There we go. That's what I'm saying. Second chance points. That's how you're going to learn here. Got to follow up your shots, and they got it off the rebound and a nice kick out.
Notre Dame working their offense. Shot put up by Constantino is no good. Rebound fought for. Pulled away by Robertson, and they'll pull it back out as Constantino sets the offense. Robertson now with the drive, with the right-handed shot, no good. Love Linnaeus skies for that board. She'll slow matters down as she comes across midcourt. Melina Pimentel with a three-pointer, it's no good.
It was a decent look, and Love got the ball up to Pimentel pretty quickly, you know. Had a closeout, which affected her shot, but not a bad idea.
Once again, we see that defensive pressure as O'Regan really applying it there. Almost gets the steal. Instead, they're able to feed it off to Robertson. Robertson drives in from the left-hand side, puts it up and in.
Yeah, I really like what I've been seeing out of O'Regan so far. She has been getting back on D, hustling up the court, trying to get open. Nice.
And that shot is good for three. Kylie Johnson puts that one in for three.
Yeah, you can see she didn't even think about it. She just put it up, and it just went straight in. Sometimes that's the way to do it. Don't overthink the shot. Just take it.
Robertson now with the ball. She'll drive down the left-hand side. No good as she puts up the shot. Pimentel with the ball. And we're going to call that out of bounds. Constantino looked like she was blocking, but no blocking call there. Instead, it's going to be out of bounds. Ball going to Notre Dame.
Yeah, it kind of looked like Blue ran her out of bounds, but that's all right.
3 minutes, 33 seconds remaining.
What's her left? What's her left?
Marissa Gallardo with the ball. Little spin move there.
Come on, no walk.
And I was wanting a little traveling music on that one myself.
Get a little Johnny Cash going in here.
Shot is put up, no good. Constantino's no good on that one. Linnaeus coming away with it now. Asking for help. Mativier comes out to the top of the key, feeds it back to Linnaeus. Linnaeus looking for the three. Shot is up. It is no good.
That's what Somerville needs to keep doing, is just look for your shot. And once you catch the ball, put it up. There you go, Love.
Great hands there. She steals that one away. Good anticipation in hands. And she finishes on the other side.
Yeah, nice look by Love, and excellent job closing it up and going for the layup. And she boxed out the closing defender. Hit the shot beautifully. There you go.
So they work the ball down to the right block. Good defense there. Blocked shot for the Lady Highlanders. Weak side rebound, though, brought away by the Cougars. Put back up and in.
Notre Dame's number one, Marissa Gallardo.
Gallardo gets that one.
There we go.
Mativier open on the left wing. She'll put up the shot. And that one is good for three.
Number 24,
What I tell you, Brooke
Mativier
finally gets her open shot, looking for it, catches it, puts it up immediately, and bang, right in.
She had designs on that shot for a good 5-6 seconds. She was setting herself up for it.
Yeah.
The pass goes inside to Maggie Stillman. Great job defensively keeping her from taking the shot.
Ooh, come on, no charge?
Good defense by the Lady Highlanders in there as they continue to fight on the defensive end. Here's that three-pointer by Mativier. She had nothing doing but the bottom of the net on that one.
Yeah, great follow through on the shot. Had her feet placed underneath. They're just beautiful. Really well done.
Brooke, we want another 3. I want another one.
You can hear the players on the Somerville boys team letting Brooke know they'd like to see another 3. There she is from the right wing this time. Shot is up. It is no good.
Yeah, they keep cheering. Oh.
Good job there by Sabatino. She spins and puts it home off the glass.
Hey, I got to give it up to the boys team behind us. They are still cheering for their counterparts by the ladies here, and it's showing some nice team spirit. Gotta like that.
Oh, great job there by O'Regan as she's able to reach in, trying to rip that ball away. There's that spinning shot by Sabatino as she kisses it off the glass for 2. Montevier off to the bench now as Melanson and Correa into the game. Rebound being fought for. Cougars come away with it. 1 minute remaining in the game.
There you go.
Gallardo with the cut. Could not finish though. Correa back the other direction. She'll take the shot off the glass for 2.
Number 4.
That was pretty nice runner. And you got to give it up to Cremoni for the outlet pass to hit Chiara, and Chiara to got to give props for driving up and just taking the running shot. That was pretty. There we go.
And there's that defense by the Lady Highlanders as they're able to steal the ball away. Cremoni gets it up to Sabatino. Sabatino couldn't quite control it, tips it over towards Correa. Correa now with the jump ball situation and alternating possession. Lady Highlanders will get it due to the best rule ever.
Yeah, just love that possession arrow. Let me tell you, man. Honestly, can we do a write-in for the All-Star campaign for the possession arrow?
Possession arrow all the way, leading vote getter. Forget Kobe.
Yeah.
Correa's shot's no good. Cremoni, though, with the rebound, she'll put it in.
Number 20, Jen Cremoni.
Got to give it up to the Lady Highlanders, closing it out strong. They scored a ton of points this quarter.
This is going to be the last possession of the game. 3 seconds left on the clock. Notre Dame content to let that talk run down as Sabatino got a hand in there.
Your final Somerville 30, Notre Dame 50.
So that will do it as by the score of 52-30, the Lady Highlanders lose in this contest. But as you pointed out, Braden, the close of the game, they scored a lot of points there in the fourth quarter. As I'm looking at them, counting them up real quick, looks like they got 16 points there in the fourth quarter of play. A very nice way to close out this game for the Lady Highlanders as they were able to narrow the margin a little bit, but still come away losing in this one, 52-30. But some good things to pull from this game, Braden.
Yeah, you try to win, especially once you get down as far as the Somerville Highlanders were. You try to win every quarter at that point. And they obviously won that last one. I mean, they scored more than half their points in the fourth quarter. And that's excellent going into the next game. You take that momentum that you build up. It's something that you can learn from. And obviously they were outmatched today, but that doesn't mean they got to get down on themselves. And from what I just saw in the fourth quarter, they could easily have wrapped it up and headed for the buses at halftime here. But they didn't, and they came back and scored and showed some really good heart. So there's something to build on here.
Absolutely, no question about it. Like I pointed out a couple times throughout the game, one thing that I've always said about the Lady Highlanders, no matter what the game situation, they play with heart, they play with a lot of passion, and they fight until the very, very end. They did that as well tonight. Really quickly, some quick scoring here as Evelyn Ayala with 5 points, along with Love Linnaeus and Kylie Johnson, all three with 5 points, leading scorers for the Lady Highlanders tonight. Also scoring tonight for the Lady Highlanders, Emily Sabatino with 4 points, all in the second half. Melina Pimentel with 4 points, 2 points for Jen Cremoni, 3 points for Brooke Matevier on that three-pointer, and also Chiara Correa comes away with 2 points in this contest. So that's going to do it tonight. You talked about the future and what they can build upon. Big game coming up on Friday as they have a matchup against Malden, and that will be here at the field house. So a big conference matchup against Malden, and so a team that they were able to defeat last year. We'll see what they can do. Always a tough matchup though against Malden, so that'll be a very interesting thing to see, a very interesting game to see on Friday, and we're looking forward to that one, Braden.
Absolutely.
Any final thoughts from you right now?
Well, no, look, the wins are going to come, okay, and they'll eventually start putting it together, but you got to build up to it here, and obviously it hasn't been the greatest start to the season. It's not what they've been looking for, but to see that was easily the best quarter that they've played all year. So if they can build on that going into the next game, I really think that the Lady Highlanders have a shot at getting their first W.
All right, and we hope they definitely will, as that will do it for us tonight here at the Fieldhouse, as the Lady Highlanders do lose in this one against Notre Dame Academy of Hingham. The Lady Cougars coming away with a 52-30 victory against Somerville. I'm Todd Harmon alongside Braden Moriarty. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. We look forward to seeing you down the road as you have been watching Somerville Lady Highlanders action on Somerville Educational Channel 15.